Today is the day. The day I've been waiting for, the day I've been preparing for. I'm finally going to try the hardest parkour map in all of Minecraft. The one that has defeated so many before me. It's called the Big Leap, a name that sends shivers down the spine of even the most seasoned players.
Alex stared at his computer screen. His palms were sweaty and his heart was racing. He took a deep breath and clicked start. There was no turning back now. He appeared in a world made of bright green blocks floating high in the sky. The vibrant colors were almost blinding. Way down below was a pool of water. It looked so small from up here, almost like a tiny blue dot.
Don't look down, I told myself, trying to keep my focus on the task ahead.
Alex whispered to himself, his voice barely audible over the sound of his own heartbeat. He carefully jumped onto the first block. It was a leap of faith, the first of many. It was a narrow ledge, barely wide enough to stand on. One wrong move, and it would be all over. Alex inched forward, his heart pounding in his chest. Each step felt like an eternity. He had been practicing for this moment for weeks. Every evening, every spare moment dedicated to mastering this map. But now that he was here, it felt even scarier than he imagined. The reality of the challenge was overwhelming. He knew Sarah was watching him play. Her presence was both comforting and pressuring. They had been messaging each other all day and she had promised to cheer him on. Her words of encouragement echoed in his mind. Alex took another deep breath and made himself keep going. He couldn't let fear paralyze him now. He had to make Sarah proud. He had to prove to himself that he could do this. The big leap was just the beginning. A message popped up in the game chat. It was from Sarah.
You got this, Alex. You're doing great.
Alex smiled. It was good to know she was watching him. He jumped across a gap and landed on a wobbly platform. He quickly regained his balance and kept moving forward.
Whoa, that was close. Don't fall.
Alex laughed. It was just like Sarah to be worried and excited at the same time. Her messages were making him feel more confident. The parkour course got harder and harder. Each obstacle seemed more impossible than the last, testing Alex's skills and patience. Alex had to jump over lava, climb up waterfalls, and navigate through treacherous terrain that seemed to stretch on forever. He even had to swing from vines, timing each jump perfectly to avoid falling into the abyss below. His fingers flew across the keyboard as he tried to keep his balance on narrow paths, his heart pounding with every step.
This is insane, I don't think I can make it. The pressure was mounting and doubt began to creep in.
Alex typed to Sarah, his hands shaking slightly as he expressed his fears.
Yes, you can. I believe in you. Sarah's message was a beacon of hope, giving Alex the encouragement he desperately needed.
Sarah messaged back, her words filled with unwavering support and belief in Alex's abilities. Alex took another deep breath. He could do this. He had to push through the fear and focus on the goal. He had to do this. For Sarah. Her belief in him was the fuel that kept him going. He made a daring leap across a huge chasm and landed safely on the other side. He was almost there. The end was in sight and nothing could stop him now. Only one obstacle remained, a giant wall of ice. It stood tall and imposing, a final challenge that seemed almost insurmountable. Alex had to climb it by jumping from one tiny ice block to another. Each block was slippery and unstable, making every leap a test of precision and timing. One wrong move and he would fall all the way back to the beginning. The stakes were high and the pressure was immense.
Be careful. This part looks tricky. Sarah's message popped up, a reminder of the danger ahead.
Sarah messaged. Alex took his time. He closed his eyes for a moment, picturing Sarah's face. Her encouragement gave him strength. He could do this, for her. He opened his eyes and started to climb. Each step was deliberate, each jump calculated. Slowly but surely he made his way up the wall. Finally he reached the top. The view from up there was breathtaking. He had done it. Alex let out a yell of triumph. The sense of accomplishment was overwhelming.
I told you you could do it. Sarah's message was filled with pride and joy.
Sarah typed. A shower of heart emojis filled the chat screen. It was a celebration of their shared victory. Alex grinned. He had conquered the big leap. The journey had been tough, but the reward was worth it. But more importantly, he had Sarah by his side, and that made him feel like the luckiest guy in the world. Together they could overcome any obstacle.